and welcome to Asana with Jess. I'm Jess, a registered dietitian in New Zealand, and today we're going to run through the keto diet. So what is the keto diet? The keto diet is based off having less than 30% of your calories coming from carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, or carbs, are little glucose molecules that go into your bloodstream and give you energy to carry out the day-to-day things. The keto diet claims its name by the way of ketosis. Ketosis is a process that occurs in the body when you limit carbohydrates in your diet. The central nervous system uses carbohydrates as fuel. After a few days of restricting carbohydrate intake, glucose reserves become insufficient and there is not enough to fuel the central nervous system. The body is forced to find an alternate fuel source, so it turns to fat. The stored fat can be processed to be turned into glucose molecules. This process leads to an increase in ketone bodies. Ketone bodies are then used as fuel by the central nervous system. The diet was originally made for epilepsy, as this is very effective in managing seizures. This diet has been used since the 1920s for controlling seizures, and the studies show it results in a reduction of seizures by 30 to 40%. This makes it comparable to anti-epileptic drugs. This study was only done in children. The evidence in adults is still unconfirmed. What about the keto diet and migraine? There have been studies done that have found it to reduce frequency and severity of migraine. This can become effective within a few days of starting the keto diet. However, there are not that many studies done, so it is still a work in progress. What about the keto diet and heart health? There have been several studies done on this, and there is a concern with high saturated fat intake, which is the bad fats. This can increase your bad cholesterol. This cholesterol can then increase your risk of developing heart disease. So it's important, if you do follow the keto diet, to have the right fats in the diet, like unsaturated fat, vegetable oils and fish, rather than processed foods and takeaways. However, there have also been studies that have found the opposite effect. Some suggest that the keto diet reduces triglyceride levels. This is your fat in the blood. And this also can decrease your total cholesterol while increasing your good cholesterol. This leads to a reduction in heart disease risk. So the evidence is very conflicting in terms of heart health. For diabetes, the keto diet has been found to improve blood sugar control and reducing the need for medications. This is purely due to a reduction in sugar intake, sugar also known as glucose, which is carbohydrates, and increasing insulin sensitivity. Now, what about the keto diet and weight loss? Is this effective and is it safe? When the keto diet is done right, it does result in weight loss in most people. There are multiple theories for why this occurs, but I will run through the main theories. The first one is that there is a reduction in total calorie intake because you're wiping out an entire food group or macronutrient, the carbohydrates. Therefore, your diet is lower in calories. A calorie deficit results in weight loss. Along with this, the keto diet results in an increase in protein and fats. Protein can make you feel full for longer, which can help control hunger. Regardless of macronutrient distribution, any diet that results in a restriction of calorie intake will result in weight loss. There is nothing special about the keto diet in that sense. It just helps you come into a calorie deficit. There is also evidence out there that suggests when you're in the state of ketosis, this can help to suppress appetite, therefore helping control your calorie intake. Along with this, particularly initially when starting the keto diet, for every gram of carbohydrates, you store 4 grams of water, so you lose a lot of water in the process of this diet. So you will notice initially you lose weight quite rapidly and a lot of this is contributed to the water. Although the keto diet is effective in resulting in weight loss, the studies show that within 1 year, most people gain the weight that they lost back, if not more. This is because the diet is not sustainable long term. Restricting yourself that much by wiping out a whole food group cannot be maintained for the rest of your life. What about the long-term side effects of keto? Is it safe? There are concerns in terms of nutrient adequacy if this diet is followed long-term, particularly micronutrients such as fiber, thiamine, folate, potassium, calcium, magnesium, iron, vitamin A, vitamin E, and vitamin B6. My take-home message from this is that the keto diet is no different to any other fad diet. It is effective at weight loss short-term, but becomes ineffective long-term, past 6 months. This means that the diet is not maintainable. It is not a lifestyle change that will carry you through the rest of your life. In terms of the side effects long-term from following the keto diet, there are safer diets out there, like reducing your portion sizes. General healthy eating is much safer than any fad diet. If you are looking at making lifestyle changes that are maintainable long term, I would recommend working with a dietitian.